click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger. Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we're going to talk about top 7 commodities that you can trade in stock market that can yield you high profits. Now commodities, as we know, is a very important part of everyday life. Be it fuels, be it grains, be it precious metals, everyone needs them. Now somebody buys it for consumption, somebody buys it for investment. In this detailed video, we'll talk about the investment part. Let's get started. Now, before we move ahead and talk about these 7 types of commodities, let's go ahead and check out some of the basics. Now, in commodity trading, we need to understand that commodities are bought and sold every day. Of course, different intents. Like we mentioned earlier, that somebody buys it for consumption, like for usage, and somebody buys it for trading in the stock market, investments for long term. Now, basic premise of commodity trading is demand and supply. Higher the demand, the price will be high. Lower the supply, at the same time still the price will be high. It really depends on the metric, it depends on the correlation between both the factors here, and based on that the price is decided. There are different kind of commodities are related to metals, energy, livestock and agricultural, and the price, the overall setup of a commodity is based on the traded volume. How liquid is the commodity, that is how quickly you can sell it and get the money for it. What is the global commodity usage? What is the overall price movement across the different segments, across different exchanges as well. Now in this list, the first commodity we have is crude oil. Now crude oil is basically a top commodity to invest or trade in. It is used to produce usable products like gasoline, diesel and other petrochemicals. The demand of crude oil is ever increasing. It is used in across industries including cosmetics, fertilizers, plastics, medicines. China and India are a couple of the biggest consumers of this particular commodity. It gets also affected by the political situations in the Middle East. So the price of the crude oil has a lot to do on what is the political situation in the Middle Eastern countries. The trades are executed with contract sizes in barrels of oils and futures in all contract months, mainly traded through New York and London exchanges, and the demand for crude oil goes higher in summers due to active driving season, and it goes up in winters due to use of heating oil. So you can see both in summer as well as in winter the demand of crude oil stays high for different reasons obviously. The second metal, or rather second commodity in this list, is aluminium. Now it is used extensively in the manufacturing industry. Now there are different sort of industries here, be it aerospace, automobiles, construction, packaging, electronics. It's a very lightweight metal and it finds its ways in different industries. The larger consumer as well as producer of aluminium is China. So it also produces it well in big chunks. At the same time, it consumes this particular metal in different sort of industries. China, we know, is a huge manufacturing base, and that is why it is used across industries. Aluminium is a good barometer to judge the strength of the entire manufacturing economy, simply because, as we mentioned earlier, that aluminium finds its place in different industries, and with different industries we get the sort of understanding of ecosystem overall. And at the same time, if we talk about India, in India aluminium is traded on MCX and MCE. Now these are a couple of exchanges related to commodity with a lot size of 5,000 kilograms, or we can call it 5 tons as well. The third commodity in this list is nickel. Now nickel is basically a very strong, ductile and resistant to corrosion kind of a commodity. It's a metal, but it comes with a high melting point and a catalytic property also. This basically helps it to put itself into different industries. These are different chemicals of factors that help this particular commodity. Now it is largely affected by demand and supply and shows a significant price movement simply because of that particular factor. In India, does not manufacture, so this particular country in which we live, they don't really manufacture nickel at all, but at the same time there's a huge demand that it has to take care of. In India, it is traded in exchanges like MCX, NMCE and NCDEX. The lot size is placed at 250 kilograms. Then we have copper. Now this is one of the most widely used metals. It's a good conductor of heat and electricity, and that is why it is used in industries such as electric wiring, plumbing, industrial machinery, utensils and roofing. It is linked to issues in different sort of environmental concerns, political issues, legal aspects in China, and that is why it has a lot to do with its overall price movements. The prices are affected by world economy, but China has a huge role in this. Copper can be traded as bullions or as a derivative instrument contract for difference. The lot size of in MCX is 1 ton if you want to trade it in the Indian stock market. Then we have natural gas. It is a worldwide. It has a worldwide demand and usage. Most governments recommended it to use it in the power industry. Indian government uses it, and in fact recommends it to use it in the different sort of automobiles. It's one of the cleanest fuels as well. It's very environmental friendly, and the demand from natural gas has drastically gone up simply because of the price of the oil. If the price of the oil is high, there is a power substitute which is natural gas, and that is why it has been in huge demand. Prices linked to oil prices and also imports and exports, economic growth, storage levels and seasonal variations. In India, if you talk about it, it is traded in MCX. The lot size is 1250 million British thermal units. That's the way it is calculated. Then we have gold. Now this does not need any sort of introduction. It is one of the oldest currencies in the world. Gold is also considered as a safe haven, or we can also call it a plan B in case of any economic meltdown, since it's a very highly liquidable sort of a commodity. It's one of the top commodities to trade in because it's highly stable as well. Global acceptance is also there. Industries such as jewelry, electronics such as mobile phones, GPS systems, televisions, glass making, medical treatments are some of the industries that gold has its place in. Now China, Australia, Canada, Indonesia are biggest producers of this particular metal, and the Indian economy is the biggest consumer of it. The annual consumption is somewhere around 700 tons a year. Now we need to understand that the minimum lot size in this case is 1 kg, and the profit and loss per tick is around 100 rupees. There are different other gold contracts available such as gold mini, gold guinea, then there is gold petal as well that you can use and trade in the Indian stock market. Then finally we have silver. This is also a precious metal like we have gold. It is also used in jewelry. Other industries include art industries. Then we have technology, science, and it obviously can be used as an investment. The tons of silver is traded on daily basis, and it is also highly liquid in nature. The demand of, or the price rather, is driven by industrial demand. Then there is the government actions, the policies that are put in by the government every now and then. Inflation has a lot to do, and it is also related to the price of gold and the US dollar. Then in India it is traded as in MCX, and it has a lot size of 30 kilograms. Then there is another variation of it called silver mini. The lot size of that is 5 kg. Highly liquid commodity like gold. You can just invest it, put your money into it, and of course you can sell it anytime. You will get your money back. Now these are the different commodities that we wanted to talk about. We need to understand that within the set of these 7 commodities, you can pick and choose the ones that you find the best. You have to look at some of the unique characteristics we were talking about in this video. The trader's objective has a lot to do with it. The knowledge of the commodity that you have has a big pivotal role to play. There are risk parameters, the risk appetite that you need to consider, and finally the trading style has to match before you put your money into any commodity. If you want to have a detailed understanding of this review, you can check out digitalblogger.com/commodity trading/top commodities. Hindi review is available at hindi.digitalblogger.com/top commodities Hindi. At the same time, if you need our help in finalizing a stockbroker that matches exactly with your requirements, check out this other link here, digitalblogger.com/free stockbroker suggestion. Put in your details and we will set up a call back for you absolutely free. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please like the video, share the video, and definitely subscribe to our channel, Digital Blogger, if you have not already. Thank you so much for this. Bye-bye.